Hello everybody, it is Friday, September 7th, 2018. How are we doing today? Just a small video. First of all, I want to say that kind of disappointed nobody decided to take up the challenge. So at the end of this video, I will be naming the band, and yeah, anyway. But basically, my Pazuzu videos are just basically cut dry. I verbatim read them off of my blog posts. I did it on purpose because when I did the blogs, I was writing them in a way where it's going to be open information for anybody interested, because there was a few people interested, especially Lady Ineko, who I won't say what her reasons are, but they are admirable and I like them. But at the same time, kind of surprised she doesn't go with any of the goetic daemons, honestly, but I mean, she works with them a lot, so why go out of the norm, I guess. But it's all good though. But she wanted to know what he's like and his culture and what he can do and how his energy feels and what type of offerings and blah blah blah, etc., etc. So last Friday I gathered up all my source materials and I wrote blog posts 1 and 2, Friday through Saturday, and then finally the third post Sunday night. And the blogs went over very well. I tested them in another amino and they were quite well received. And as basic, bare-boned general information as I put, like the first one, which is on his image, which we see here. That one was okay to most people. I can understand that. But when I got into his history and calling and working with, that's when it started to shine well. So, I mean, I did the best I could to keep it from being a too long didn't read post. And I knew I was going to convert them to video anyway. I didn't want to make like a 2-hour video on it. So I just wanted to cover, basic information. But here's the problem that I'm having with my videos. Like I said, they are verbatim from the blog post. But my problem with them is since the blog posts themselves are written outside of unbiased personal opinion, the transfer didn't take so well, because that's what my YouTube channel is, through my own personal experience. And just to copy, paste the material just didn't go over well for me, because I'm not giving my commentary, my personal commentary, my viewpoints. Now, my logic for, to make the transition, I'm happy with. But honestly, these videos are nothing more than just basic cut and dry information. It's enough information to get you to searching for your own independent thought, So my videos are nothing more than what they are. Now, my brother Waylon from the Black Tower, now he made a video on Pazuzu. He notified the Black Tower group, and this was right on the heels of me just uploading videos 1 and 2 and going to work on them to finish them up for release. When he wrote that he's going to work on his video, that was creepy as shit to me, because I just got done with parts 1 and 2, and it came out of nowhere like a car accident. Just boom. What the fuck? And I'm already tense and nervous because, as you all know, I was nervous about starting my new job. To which one particular viewer didn't obviously watch my video and didn't get the message. But she's a hater anyway, so we don't give a shit about haters. So, but thank you for your view, though. So, that's all I'm going to say about that scumbag. So when that happened, that, spooked me. I mean, we got some serious synchronicity going on. We do. It's like, what? But this one was really spoopy. And I knew his video would be different, which is good. Multiple viewpoints is always a good thing. So, I waited eagerly for his video to come out. And then Tuesday night, he released his video. And then we ended the night very early. So, I got to come home. I took a nap for an hour. So at 5 o'clock, I watched his video. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Damn good video. Link is in the description to go watch it. He covers the Necronomicon point of view from his own workings and experience. And shit, I even learned a thing or two about why milk was so important in ancient Mesopotamia. I've heard milk and honey be used before, but I never understood what it meant. But his video pretty much explained it, and I'm like, oh wow. So, basically it's just cut and dry information. I basically left them out of the Necronomicon blog posts for a reason, to keep it general, because I know kids that were interested were going to do their own way of taking the sigil and doing their own contact without the structured ritual and incantation method. I can't say I disapprove, but you know, whatever works for them. Me, I like structure. So and I think that's about it, really. I just wanted to show that you can work with Pazuzu with or without the Necronomicon. You don't technically need it. It does give the incantation to call upon him, as well as any of the other abominations and stuff, like Tiamat and Lilith. Those are other two that you can work with outside. Tiamat alone you can work with. I've met some Draconic Wiccans that use Tiamat as their goddess. And Joe Marsh, who you know as the Psycho Sorcerer or the Grand Infinity, he worked with Tiamat outside of the Necronomicon system. I hope he's doing well on his personal journey. I wish he, you know, got to leave his channel up for archive purposes, but it is what it is. So my only regret is not watching his videos in a cram session. So basically, yeah, you can work with Pazuzu outside or within. Just, you got to be respectful, no matter what particular way you work with them. And you got to remember, you're on his time, not the other way around. I mean, yeah, you're calling forth, you know, you're doing that, but you know, entities, you know, they don't like to be kept more than, you know, is necessary, you know. They don't like to be kept longer than they have to be. And they will, you know, let you know that they would like to move on. Which I can totally identify with my brother on some things there. Nothing so potent as the extreme case of number 2, but lighter symptoms, I would say. And that's just in the month and a half that I've worked with him, so. But that's why I'm on his time, so. But yeah, go watch his video. Damn good video, damn good information. A lot of key points. And even though he did, you know, give the kind word about my videos, but he also was honest about them, and he's not wrong, you know. It's just basic, cut and dry information. textbook approach, basically. Which is what I was kind of going for. But again, I kind of wish I added my own personal commentary in the video versions. But it is what it is. And on that note, I will say the name of the band who has the song Lord of All Fevers and Plague. That band is Morbid Angel. Morbid Angel. If you are a metalhead, hopefully you know who they are. The first 3 albums are all inspired by the Necronomicon by Simon. They got 2 songs, Lord of All Fevers and Plague, which is about Pazuzu, and Bleed for the Devil, I believe, is about Humwawa, where the opening line is, "Come to me, Lord of Filth. Hear my cries, princes of nightmares. Touch us with your morbid lips. Let us taste your foulness." And then after the chorus it says, "Fill the air with the smell of death." Now I take that as Humwawa. But Pazuzu himself is in 2 songs. Angel of Disease, and the main song that we're talking about, Lord of All Fevers and Plague. Ningazita, open my eyes. Ningazita, hear my cries. Plumed serpent of the deep, plumed serpent of the gate. I command, come before me. I command, bring the key. Rise from the depths. See the fire in my wand. Ia, Iak Sakak, Iak Sakath, Ia Shaku. I call forth the god Pazuzu. I call forth the Lord of Plague. I am of the lost, creatures of spawn of hate. Rejoice in the heaving earth. Praise the ripping sky. Rise, spread disease. Consume their puny souls. Ia, yes, you know. And then it goes into Ia Kingu, Ia Cthulhu, Ia Abzul, Ia Azabwa. Then Ride the Wings of Death, Ride the Wings of, and then it goes back to repeating the first verse and the long chorus. Now, Angel of Disease doesn't specifically name Pazuzu, but it is talking about him because, you know, he is the Angel of Disease. When it says Ride the Wings of Death. Now, one commenter on the YouTube video that I watched said that that's referring to Tiamat. Now, I'm not going to say he's wrong or right, but possibility. But since this is specifically talking to Pazuzu, you know, Ride the Wings of Death, which would be, you know, Pazuzu. Which kind of brings me into this little next segment, real quick. Despite the misinformation and bullshit in The Exorcist of Pazuzu being the devil, you know, they didn't get him entirely wrong. You know, they referred to, you know, his ancient history at the beginning with Father Marin, I said Father Bolin, but it's Father Marin. Max von Sydow played, and he was in Iraq when they unearthed Pazuzu's statue, and but in Exorcist 2, there's a scene in the movie where they go to North Africa, I think, because it's been a while. I just know it's in Africa, but I believe it to be in the north, which is considered, part of the Middle East, which is where, Mesopotamia was. Now, there's a scene where they go into this chamber, and there's a guy sitting in a throne, and he shows the people this vision of locusts, and, trippy. It's a trippy vision. And locusts are considered a plague. So when it says ride the wings of death, that's obviously referring to Pazuzu in the form of locusts. So, The Exorcist 2 did a little bit better in terms of, saying who Pazuzu was. But again, like I said in the third video, or second video, I forget which one, but, the whole idea of making him the devil was a cheap shot to the church. So, for demonizing him, which is ironic because he's the king of demons of the underworld. So, with that being said, if you are a metalhead and you have not heard of Morbid Angel for some reason, go check them out. Their first 3 albums are all based on the Simon Necronomicon. Covenant is my favorite album, and I bought that album not even for Angel of Disease. I bought it for God of Emptiness, but because I love that song all the way back to 1993, I think. It was early 90s when that song came out, so click that little bell icon to stay informed when my next video will be dropped. Questions, comments, or concerns, you can leave them down below. You can follow me on my social medias. My GoFundMe is still open if you want to help donate. All donations are acceptable, whether it's from $1 to $100. It all helps. It all adds up. And if you want to see proof before you do, just private message me on Facebook or Instagram if you have it, and I will show you the proof. If you want to help but you can't donate, share the link. I'd appreciate that. Sharing is caring. Give this video a thumbs up if you disliked it. Give this video a thumbs down if you did like it. My brother's video is in the description as well, so be sure to check that out. And with that, I'm going to call this video done. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Love you all.